So I finally got all my documents ready. Follow me to Nigerian embassy in Frankfurt. This is my first time at the embassy, and this is the entrance of the embassy, and this is their opening time, just in case you don't know and you don't want to check on the internet. And the place is very, very nice. You're not allowed to film inside. In fact, you're not allowed to use phone inside. So I got in and I forgot that I did not print my appointment slip. So I went to DM. They directed me to this DM to print it out. Outside is cool, tall building. In fact, the embassy is located at the middle of Frankfurt. It's a walkable distance from the Hauptbahnhof, the central train station. Okay, and everything that you need is around this place. There are places that you can eat, there are places that you can go to and see places. The state or the Stadt or the place is very, very clean here. Anyway, today they gave me Strafe. I parked directly on the way. Anyway, before I came out, they gave me tickets, 25 euro tickets. That was what they gave to me. So this is the street, and it is not as busy as a normal big city like Cologne. If you go to Cologne, Hamburg, Berlin, Munchen, like the place is always very, very noisy and a lot of people and dirty. But this is clean. This is where I park my car, and they gave me Strafe. They gave me tickets. Anyways, they have all these e-bikes or e-bicycles everywhere, and African shops here are uncountable. Guys, another thing about this building, this is the particular building where the Nigerian embassy is, and they have other embassy, African and other embassies in that particular building. Like the whole of the building is filled up with Malaysia embassy, Eritrea, El Ho lot. Is a big city, and this building, like tall big buildings, and this is just like a paved way. And I think this place is going to be like a restaurant. Is a restaurant inside, but I think during summer people will be sitting down here to eat. It's actually cold and very, very wet today. So guys, I am going back to the embassy after I got my print out, and I hope everything goes. Hi guys, welcome back. I am back from Frankfurt and very, very exhausted and tired, and I want to tell you guys how my journey went. So first of all, this is the form that I filled. I came back with it because I could not do my passport. I could not do it. We got there first. We got there very, very early. We got there around we drove for 3 hours, so we left here around 5:30. We got there around 8:30 because it was raining. The weather was very nice, very wet, so we drove carefully. And I also drove with my neighbor upstairs, and she was also going to renew her Nigerian passport, so we went together. After the man helped me to make the payment, he sent me all the documents, the printout. So I printed them out, and today I headed to Frankfurt. First of all, before I will tell you how my day went, I want to let you know that I did not come back home with my passport because something went wrong or something is wrong. And these are all the forms that I filled, everything. I came back with them. You can see they have even given me number. I was number 1 there. We got there very early before they opened, but I could not still get my passport done. They promised they were going to sort it out later, but even if they sort it out today, we had a very long way to drive back home. So, and I didn't want to drive at night, so we left. So I will tell you the reason why I could not make my passport. This was not possible. They called me in, and then they showed me on the registration page that my NIN was not validated. It has not been validated. I was like, what is that? They tried to explain to me that is a problem from the identification application, or the people that the government organization that's in charge of it, that it happens. The thing is that I did my NIN 1 week ago, and my neighbor did a day before mine, but her own happened to be good, and my own was not good. It was not validated. That was what the English they used. So because my NIN has not been validated, it will not go further. My neighbor did not also get her passport because there was a mistake when she registered her own passport for renewal. The application form, there was a mistake in the spelling of her name, so they wanted to also correct that from Abuja. They said that Abuja people were not responding to their calls and their emails, so we drove back home. So that is it. So if you fill this form, and whether you filled it by yourself or somebody helped you to do the NIN, please make sure that you call or ask the person to make sure that the NIN has been validated, so that you don't travel to Berlin or travel any other place, and then you get there, you're just stranded just like me. So make sure that your NIN is validated before going there. Call the places where you make them first. You register for your NIN before going to anywhere to renew your passport. So guys, apart from that, I want to also talk about the treatment in Frankfurt. Before I traveled to Frankfurt, or before I chose to renew my passport in Frankfurt, I went to the review. I went to their site, and then I tried to read the review of people that have gone there. So there's only one positive, or that 2 or 3 positive feedback that I got that was real. So that was why I also decided that I was going to make this video, because sometimes we'll call names, we'll say this is not working, this is not working, but and people just take it like that, Nigeria is not working, or this is not working. No. First of all, the man that is in charge of the consulate is very, very nice. He's very down to earth. I met him today. While I started looking, while I was trying to call people to see if I'm able to validate that so that I can get my passport renewed, he walked into the embassy. He didn't go into the embassy. So a lot of people with children came, and they had their children trolleys and wagon at the front of the embassy, the door. And very close to the door is also, I think it's Tunisia or another embassy there, that they don't like people to block that place. So the man came in. I didn't even know that he was the one that was in charge of the consulate. So he said, he greeted us, he asked us, how are you doing? I said, I'm fine. We said we are fine. I wasn't the only one there. So, and he said that he just wanted to rearrange the kinderwagen. I said, this man, how will I allow this man to be arranging kinderwagen? He's old, he's no now, you know. So I told him that I was going to help him, that he should not worry. So he said that no, that he will have to do it. I said, no, that you know what, I will do it. So he helped me. We tried to push the kinderwagen and arrange them very, very well, so that other people will not do what? They will not complain. So after that, he told me that I asked him that if the other door, that like he was going into another door. He said no, that he's a Nigerian too, that he's coming to the Nigerian embassy. I said okay. So he now said, what is wrong? That why am I standing here? Why? So I said to explain to him. He told me that it's a system error. It's not a system error, but it's something that they cannot do help here. They can only call Abuja, and sometimes when you call, they don't pick and stuff like that. I never even knew who that man was until I went into the embassy. Then I saw a picture on the wall, and I said, this is the man that's in charge of this consulate. Is it ambassador that they call them? I said, how come? So he said I should wait, that maybe when people reduce this, like the number of people in the embassy, when they attend to them very well and there's a lesser crowd, then they will try again and see if they can call Abuja to rectify it. I was very, very happy. Let me tell you something, guys. We got there around 8:30, and the embassy opens around 10 o'clock, but by 8:30, somebody was already there. There's a guy that is in charge of keeping your bags, keeping your things. He was there before we arrived at 8:30. Okay, so he was there already. He was the first person there already. And then another man came in. When he came in, he opened the place. He told us that they just needed to clean up the place, and then in 30 minutes. So even 1 hour before they officially opened the door, they let us in. They did not leave us outside in the cold. They did not disrespect us. They let us in, and then we sat down while they kept cleaning and all that. They did not leave us outside the embassy in Frankfurt. And after that, they started collecting collecting the forms, and and then boom, everybody was going in. We waited, I think, around 11 o'clock by the time they started gathering forms and all that, and that was it. Later they called the first person, which me and my neighbor, we were the first, and then we went in. My neighbor, the thumb printing and everything, capturing and everything, did not take more than 3 minutes. She was out. They called me in before they found out that something was actually wrong with my registration, with my name, and I could not. So it is fast. The people were trying to help. After the man spoke to me, other people came out. They were like, "Madam, you are still here." So I started telling them what I was going to do. They said, "Okay, they will help." But that, a lot of people. There's a guy that I met there. I met a guy called Danta. He came out. He was addressing, like, he was joking with us, with everyone inside that place. He was just telling us story. We were just laughing. He was very friendly, very respectful, very human. And like, when I told them that I was very, very thirsty, I got something to drink. So these guys that work there are the best I have seen in every embassy. So I don't know why people complain. I don't know why. First of all, I got this feeling that I was at home. Even though things didn't work out well, I wasn't under stress. I really wish that things work out because of the time and the fuel that I have to drive. The time that I drove like 3 hours going, 3 hours going, was 6 hours I had to drive today. But hey, I wasn't complaining because these people were there to really, really help. So guys, another thing I want to talk about is the termine. When I print out your termine, even though you don't need termine to go to Frankfurt embassy, a Nigerian embassy in Frankfurt, you don't need a termine. Even if you get termine for July or December this year, you can, as soon as you print out the termine date, you can just take your things and go there. 2 hours, if everything is okay, 2 hours, you get your passport, you're out. You get your passport and you're out. So everything is going. The only issue there is that so many people have issue. People have issue with wrong registration. People coming there without no passport number, and they want solution. And these people don't have the solution. What do you want them to do? So that is why there is a lot of delay. There is this, there is that, and it's normal. So guys, that is it. So you don't need a termine, an appointment to go there, but you have to print. Once you finish, there's a link there to print an appointment. You can actually book an appointment. But even if you book the appointment and you have to get it in the next 4 months, the appointment is in 3 or 4 months, you can still go today and get your passport done. If everything is okay with your name, everything is okay, you will get your passport. They ask you to wait 2 hours, sometimes 2 hours, 30 minutes. After you get your passport, you go home. Okay, so guys, that is how my day went. I didn't get my passport today, but I was happy with the treatment, how they treated me. I was happy with how everything, my brothers and sisters there that worked there, how everything went. Thank you so much, and see you next time.